This demo will showcase the Quick Query XApp from our off-the-shelf library of XApps. The Quick Query XApp lets you query any SAP table or group of tables simultaneously with just a few clicks to set it up. Let us first connect to XSBS with our user, which is similar to our SAP user ID. We land on the home screen of XSBS Core, from which you can easily access XApps. Let's go to the Tools section where I saved my Quick Query XApp. You can of course make your XApps available in any tab according to your internal organization. From this screen, you can access a short presentation and screenshot of the XApp as a reminder of how to use it. Let's launch the Quick Query XApp. Quick Query has 5 different tabs, which logically follow the steps of modeling, selecting and filtering, and analyzing the results of your query. The last tab is to save your favorite selection, filter, and pivot configurations. The Modeling tab lets you define which tables and fields you would like to see in your query results. The Filter tab lets you filter the selected fields when required to limit results to exactly what you would like to see. The Result tab will display the query results when you execute your query. The Pivot tab will let you analyze your query results immediately with a pivot table when you're working with numbers. Finally, the Favorites tab lets the recurring users save their favorite queries to shrink the setup time even more. Let's illustrate the use of Quick Query through a simple scenario. I first reset the tool to blank out all previous query information. The System field lets me determine from which SAP system I want to extract data. In the same way, the Table Name field lets me input the table from which I want to query data. For this example, I chose the MAKT table, which is the SAP description table for materials. But remember, it could be any table of any interest to you within any SAP system available at your company. By clicking on the Get Definition button, I will get a complete list of all the fields contained in the specified table. Since this is the first time in this session that XSBS is connecting to SAP, my SAP user ID is being requested. I will memorize my password for the rest of this demo. From this list, I can simply indicate which fields I want to see in my Result tab by assigning them a presentation position in my query. Let's select the material number, language, and description. As you see, all regular sorting features of Excel are preserved in our XApp, so don't hesitate to use them if you want to. I press either the F8 key or click the Execute button to validate my table and fields choice and pass on to the Filter tab. On this tab, I can enter criteria to filter out the results of my query. For example, I can restrain the displayed products based on the product code starting with P and to English descriptions only. Again, I push either the F8 key or click the Execute button to run my query. The Result tab now shows the filtered results of my query, imported from SAP in just a few seconds for over 700 lines. I can save the Result tab separately in the workbook. Had there been a number format data in my query, I could continue analyzing it with a pivot table created automatically once the results are made available in the Result tab. As you can see, it is extremely easy to create a simple query in just a few clicks. You can query several linked tables together as well, should you like to enrich data. You just need to add the table you want, request the list of fields, and ask XSBS to mark the join fields within each table. The process is then pretty similar. You mark all the fields you want, pass on to the filter definition, and just execute query. If you do recurrent queries of the same tables and want to avoid inputting query instructions each time, you can save any modeling, filter, and pivot table parameter that you are using frequently by clicking the Save button. You can then retrieve the info by loading the Excel favorite file. Even faster, load the corresponding modeling, filter, and pivot formats on the favorite tabs. You just then need to execute the line to call on them, and your query file will be updated. I'll just do it now for my product sales statistics to show you how fast and convenient that is. As you see, all my query XApp was updated in no time with S003 table info, filtered on my P103 product, and most importantly, I already have the pivot table I like with the format I use ready to analyze with fresh data. I hope you found this short demonstration useful. The possibilities with the Quick Query XApp are very extensive as you saw, and it just takes a few minutes to set up to get what you want to see out of SAP. Thanks for your attention, and please check the demos of our other X apps.